A great way to make gaskets. Gasket template, a template for your gasket. Clean. Just a little bit of temperature should help everything. All right, making progress on the 3S GTE. Got the intake manifold painted, no smudge aluminum, put a light clear coat on it just to protect the paint. Just got done painting the lower and upper timing covers. What I pick, it's Storm Gray Met. I thought it matched up with the grill pretty good. Got the injector, had to pull the injectors out to get the wiring harness out. And so getting that all cleaned up, probably replace this while I'm here. Clean everything else up, maybe replace this return hose. This should be fine. I had that made not too long ago. Yeah, oh, got the flywheel back from resurfacing. Got the ring gear on. Dusted the alternator with a little aluminum paint. Need to clean up the overspray on the bolts. That looks pretty cheesy. And I might put some black paint on the pulley. Here's the shield for the alternator. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I don't want to go too crazy. Mainly because I want to get all the rest of that cleaned. Oh, I've done a lot of work on the harness. Not that side, but a lot of work in here where it rubbed a hole through the plastic covers. I put some extra rubber here and then taped over it. Cleaned all the oil and grime off of the wires and retaped this whole section with some nice harness tape. It's a lot of work, all this stuff. Spent about 2 days on all this. Still got a lot of cleaning to do on the transmission. I got a start, so some of that looks a little better. But obviously still got a ton left. So that's where I'm at. Intake came out good though. Replacing the fuel injector plugs because these were pretty beat up and busted. That one's still got the tab. At least these other two don't have any clips, tabs, holders, whatever. So we're color coded. Red, gray. So I'm just marking on them with a Sharpie now, 1 through 4. Next is to get these little clips back in this harness. Oh. Plastic harness protector thingy. I guess they're both the same. This one still clips. This one doesn't, but you know what'll fix that? Zip tie, of course. And I need my little bucket extra bolts. Need some little, it's a body bolt. Little guys to hold those in. Maybe. No, oh, that's timing cover bolt. There's another valve cover bolt. Old one. Yeah, I'll leave that out. Just in case I got a bad one. All right, I'm gonna dig through these for a couple of good bolts to go in to here. That one might work actually, if I clean it up. Okay, that didn't really fit on there, right? But should work. You don't want to crank these down. You'll most likely have leaks. And I've heard that these first generation valve covers are pretty prone to cracking, especially on this side. I've had 2 heads crack right around the number 2, in between the number 1 and number 2 cylinders. So you just want to get them nice and even to begin with. You can always crank them down a little bit later. And come back and check them in 20 minutes or so after that sealer's sealed up. Let's have a look. Let's untape you. This place is a mess. Can't wait to get it back together and cleaned up. It doesn't look too bad. The intake cover's not, the intake manifold color is not too far off. Still need to clean all this. Yes, a little more. All this. The front of the cylinder head needs cleaning, but I didn't want to do that with the valve cover off. I've cleaned quite a bit under here, although it's hard to tell. Did a lot of cleaning in there. Had a slight leak out of the oil filter. All the paint back here was flaking off. So I'm gonna touch up some of that if I can. Still got some more cleaning, vacuuming to do. I'm gonna replace these two hoses here, I think with silicone, if the ones I have fit. Otherwise, I'll just put some new ones on and do some different style of heat shielding. Although these did great. Like this is still actually, this rubber hose is still rubbery. This one's rock hard. But I think that really helped. It's got a little over 30,000 miles on it since I did all that. It's coming together. Looks good in there. Now I can get the fuel injectors plugged back in and start routing the wiring harness back to where it needs to go. Cleaning up the distributor and plug wires. And I can put the upper timing cover on now too. Nice. All right, just got the new clutch on, about to torque the bolts with the resurfaced flywheel and new ring gear. Looks beautimous. Got the chamfer or bevel on the right side. So Awesome. That should fix the starting issues, hopefully. We're gonna find out before too long.